Just carrying a gun doesn't make you a protector any more than carrying around a guitar makes you a musician. In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 characteristics of a protector, and then I'm going to leave you with the hard question. Are you a protector? Hey guys, and welcome back to Modern Protector, where we talk about the skills, the tools, and the mindset that you need to protect yourself and your family. All right, let's get right into the 4 characteristics of a protector. Be sure you stick around to the last one because that's where most people fail. The first thing that protectors do is manage risk. If you think that just because you're always carrying, you're invincible, you're wrong. You're really wrong. So much of staying safe and protecting your family is managing risk. And it's not that difficult, but so many people just never think about it. Don't stop for gas at a place that looks super sketchy in the middle of the night. Don't let someone from Facebook Marketplace come to your house to pick something up. Don't go stupid places at stupid times of the night with your stupid drunk friend who makes stupid decisions and then be shocked when something stupid happens.
You're stupid.
Managing risk goes a long way in how prepared you are as a protector. This is a big one, guys. Protectors manage their emotions. This means that your emotions and the actions that come from them are completely within your control.
Where's my tickets to the Sonics game? They were here just a second ago. Somebody stole my tickets to the Sonics game! This stinks! This is total BS! This is... Oh, got it.
Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a robot who never gets upset, but this does mean that you don't get tunnel vision and see red just because somebody cuts in line in front of you at Taco Bell. The tacos are not that great anyway. It means you don't lose your mind just because the guy at the stoplight decides he wants to have road rage. You are able to tell yourself in that moment, this is not worth getting angry over because you are in control. This means if somebody else wants to get in a fight with you to compare egos, you're all right with him winning the verbal fight so that you don't have to get into a physical one.
Let's fight.
I'm not trying to fight, no.
You ready?
No.
Protectors can swallow insults like a morning vitamin and go on about their day. This is emotional control. And guys, I don't think it comes naturally to anyone. It takes work. Protectors train and learn. Like I said in the beginning, saying that you're a protector just because you have a gun is like saying that you're a musician because you own a guitar. You have to actually train and learn. This means taking quality classes and reading books about violent encounters and self-defense law. You need to get really good with drawing your gun and using it under pressure. But even more than the fun gun stuff, you need to be training your body. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be a professional boxer or a Navy SEAL in order to be a good protector. After all, I'm 5'10" on a good day and I'm nowhere close to any of those things. But you need to be healthy, you need to be fast, and you need to at least somewhat be prepared for a fight. If the first time you get punched in the face is during an attack, you're probably not going to know how to respond to that. If the first time you try to take someone to the ground is during a real fight, it's probably not going to go well. If the first time you have run in 2 years is when someone is chasing you, your body is not going to respond very well to that. You could run out of the situation and still have a heart attack. Train your body so that if it's the weapon that you need to use to protect yourself, it's well equipped. Before we get to the last and most important characteristic of a protector, if you are new to concealed carry or you're just trying to find the best way to conceal, then I've got something that will really help you out. My Concealed Carry Starter Kit is a short and practical guide that walks you through what gun to choose, the best carry positions, choosing the right holster for you, and what other self-defense tools you need to be carrying every day. It's everything that I wish someone would have told me 10 years ago when I first started my carry journey. You don't have to figure out everything on your own. Check it out in the description down below. All right, the most important, protectors make wise decisions. How many body cam videos have you seen of decorated war vets, jacked police officers, or even unbeatable MMA fighters who have every physical characteristics of a strong protector and every advantage and throw away their career and their freedom because they just cannot make wise decisions in the moment. You can be incredibly well trained and built like Mike Tyson back in the day, but if you cannot make wise decisions in the moment, then you can go from protector to perpetrator very quickly.
This is garbage. I can say I bled for garbage.
Don't let yourself be out in public with friends who are known to make stupid decisions. Have the wisdom to decide, this is not where I want to be. Protectors are able to take in information and then make wise decisions based on risk, the emotions of others, and their training experience. So be honest with yourself. Are you a protector or are you just a guy with a gun? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not there yet, it's never too late to learn. If you gained value from this video and you want more concealed carry content like this, then don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And until next time, be alert, stand firm in your faith, be strong, be courageous, and let all that you do be done in love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.